Bus, office and bed. The Tea Party Express is on its way to Minneapolis, in the north of the USA. Musicians, managers and technicians are on the road with a stage show of patriotism and propaganda.
If you wake up in the morning in a land where you are free.
The first patriotic anthems are already being sung as Louis and Nina Kite still complete their equipment. The truck operator and Vietnam veteran is one of the supporters of the Tea Party.
To the Tea Party event right now?
Yes, sir.
Why are you doing this?
Because we have a constitution that is in trouble, and it needs a lot of help right now.
And what's the danger?
The danger is that we have a lot of people in Washington that believe the Constitution has outlived its full usefulness.
Members of the Tea Party express their beliefs through fashion. Through their clothes, they proudly display the ideals of the American founding fathers. Veterans show the flag.
You should fly a flag in honor of the pride.
Amongst the idols of the movement is Sarah Palin, the populist former vice presidential candidate from Alaska. Tea Party officials direct their speeches at her, especially if it's against President Obama.
Rights. The Marxist, progressive, whatever you want to call the collectivist philosophy that dominates Washington right now is not only incompatible with that, it is the enemy of that principle. We fought wars over that principle. We stared down the evil empire of the Soviet Union over that principle, and we will not allow our own politicians to do what enemies of this nation could never accomplish. Marx, Lenin, and Stalin light. That's what we have in Washington right now.
You can hear the disapproval the Kite family has towards healthcare reform in their motto. He who was without health insurance until now has only himself to blame.
There are
a lot of people out there that don't take care of themselves. And they may not work, may not want to work. I've always worked.
So you think the uninsured are kind of lazy ones?
Sure, some of them. Some of them.
The majority here think that the state should stay out of it. The United States is not Europe.
What do you say, Mark?
Well, we're, I don't know how things are in Austria, but we're hoping to keep things like they originally were in America, which we understand to be different than they are now in Europe, which is how we're getting to be because of our corrupt politicians.
Where is this 35 million people that are not covered? People keep saying that. Anybody who's had a problem anywhere with their health in the United States, they can go to any hospital, any doctor, anywhere, and they're taken care of.
So you tell me the uninsured don't exist?
The uninsured, they may exist. I don't know for sure. They may exist, but if they have a problem, there isn't any hospital, any doctor in this United States that will turn away and not help them.
Obamacare is wrong. The fact that they're not listening to the American people and their constituents, the way that they're treating us and calling Tea Party members Nazis and KKK without the hoods, they're not respecting the American people. They're not listening to us.
Wherever Tea Party supporters gather, the audience in no way reflects the ethnic diversity of the United States. Entertainer Mark Lloyd is the only African American. His explanation?
Standing up for freedom and liberty.
The liberal Democrats have been basically brainwashing Black America for 40 years now.
You never feel lonesome among the Tea Party guys?
No, because these folks are family. That's another thing too. These people aren't an angry, racist mob. These people are my family because they love my country, and we share principles and values. So no, I don't feel lonely. I am among family here.
In the end, all veterans are invited to the stage. Louis Kite is there. One last song, then home again. However, the Tea Party also exists where the bus cannot reach. South Dakota is in the middle of the continent. The best days of the town of Rapid City ended a long time ago. The Tea Party is meeting here for a snack.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the privilege that we have to live in our nation.
We thank you that our nation has been founded one nation under God.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Citizens for Liberty. This Tea Party group formed a year ago here. And this shows how the Tea Party network works. Conservative candidate for the House of Representatives of South Dakota is courting voters for the autumn elections. The Tea Party is ready to mobilize for them if they guarantee them some political power.
She withheld her information because she wanted to do it with family. And we are Jeanette's family. She believes in these same principles. I will assure you, we will never have to guess where Jeanette is going to vote. And so with that, Jeanette, I would like you to introduce your candidacy.
Well, hello, family. It's good to be in a good, upstanding, conservative, freedom-loving family.
The tight right-wing programme of the Tea Party is consistent with that of the candidate. No to healthcare reform, bureaucracy and government. Against abortion and pro-gun ownership.
I'm not ashamed of it. I've had relatives and people that I've known fight for this right, and I intend to carry it on. I'm too old to fight.
You ever used it?
That's an unfair question. I've used it not on people, but I have used it when I needed it. Is that a good enough answer?
There are no secret donors and no party money. Funds are raised through devoted Tea Party members.
Thank you for coming today, and we will see you April 15th.
The proudly presented main tourist attraction, Mount Rushmore and its sculpted stone heads of the past presidents. The target of numerous patriotic pilgrimages.
Who's who?
Who's who? Yes, I do. This is George Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln.
You would have the chance to add another face. Which president would you choose?
Which president would I choose? Ronald Reagan. Yes, I would. I just really do. I believe he was a man of the people. He really was, and yet he kept a hand on our country, yet never left his hand on the people's hearts. You know, unfortunately, I'm not a real fan of his. I do not believe that that he is following our principles.
The worship of Ronald Reagan is another constant theme in the structure of the Tea Party. His policy of less government, more privatisation is seen as an ideology captured in the spirit of the stone effigies. No weapons to kill people, but Obama's healthcare reform, a loud and aggressive cry. It appears the Tea Party is at its next stop in Detroit. The city near the border with Canada has also seen better days. Unemployment is high, whole neighbourhoods are sunk in misery, and so the atmosphere is charged.
Get the fucking hands off. Hey, get your hands off. How much money to charge for us? Keep walking. Keep walking. Giving us nothing. How much to sell?
I like my government. A small group of counter-Tea Party protesters are stationed nearby. The fronts are clear.
I'm afraid it's scary that they are getting bigger. I feel sad for our country right now. It's not a good time.
Several hundred Tea Party supporters have come. The name of the unpopular president has given rise to speculation about his origin.
There's 16 ways to spell Hussein. One is S-H-I-T. The other one is E-A-N, A-I-N-E, E-N-E, H-U-S-A-N-E, and I can't tell the other ones.
Doubts have been cast as to whether Barack Obama was born in the United States, a prerequisite for the presidency.
But I wished if he was born in the United States, he should show his records. I mean, he can't be that much of a coward, you know. I would like to talk to this guy personally because I think somebody's got to talk to him. Nobody's given him a hard answer. CNN, it's a communist, socialist TV station.
As many as 4 Republican candidates for the office of the Governor of Michigan are competing here for the favour of the Tea Party.
Hi, how are you? I'm Mike Bouchard.
Mike Bouchard is a Republican and Tea Party member. He does not believe that political competition could arise from the protest movement.
We got a few great conservatives out there. We have trouble.
So I think what they will do, my guess is in the future, they'll make an impact by individually supporting candidates in any party that believe as they do in the freedom and less government and the things that they believe very deeply in their hearts.
The Tea Party also attracts extremists. Barack Obama has been equated with Adolf Hitler.
That the policy of Hitler in 1939 is the same as that of Obama under this healthcare policy. To create a bureaucracy to make life and death decisions about American healthcare patients, which is exactly what you have in this bill.
You compare healthcare reform to the concentration camps in Germany.
We're saying it is the same policy. You can choose to ignore that fact, but it is the same policy.
A Tea Party official talks of uninvited guests, those you cannot choose. Thousands of miles have been travelled. The bus driver raves about the highlights of the tour.
Had to be in Searchlight with Sarah Palin. She was on the bus and I got to meet her, talk to her, her and her husband Todd, and then the egg throwing incident that we had. So it was kind of a different experience.
Once again, Sarah Palin and Ronald Reagan, the hope for the future and the idol from the past. Meanwhile, in the present, whether in the large bus or on their way home, they continue to quarrel with the unwanted president, the advocates of the Tea Party.